Did you know? I had to double check, but Mr. T is still alive.
Is that true?
And it's true, and it's really good news because it means that freedom still exists in America.
Might be the only way.
Welcome to Rough Cuts.
That's true. We both love animals. And we both love freedom. Go.
Dogs. They're coming. They're coming your way. They'll be here soon.
Hey, they're the dog people, aren't they?
Do you believe in magic?
I was hoping I would get you when you were drinking.
No.
And you didn't. Dang.
Welcome to Rough Cuts. We're a podcast where we watch movies and then rate the dogs at the end. Unlike I said, we watch dogs with movies in them previously. I'm correcting myself now.
Hey, listen. Bob Marley has a Christmas ghost, and...
I mean, there's a magic ghost in this movie. I mean, it counts.
And,
A ghost
he's not
man.
a ghost, though. He's a ghost man. That's very different.
I am afraid
He's
of
a
no
man
ghost. I am afraid of no man.
There's something awful living up there. It ain't human. It's the ghost man. That's for sure.
For sure. That's for sure.
The ghost man. Those stories are true, Goldy. The ghost man is living on our mountain.
Okay, wait, maybe freedom doesn't exist, because it is dead if it's a ghost.
Yeah, but he's like a fake metaphorical ghost to try and scare white people. He's not like a real ghost. And you know what? It works.
It fucking works. It works real well. Yeah, so we just, 20 minutes ago, finished watching Goldy 3, The Magic of the Bear.
It's called The Magic of the Golden Bear,
Okay.
Goldy 3.
Okay, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Sure. This is a movie starring Bonnie Morgan, who is eventually a professional contortionist and circus performer, which is hilarious considering the plot of this movie to me constantly, because she's a very small child in this, and 10 years later she becomes a professional clown and contortionist. Also starring Mr. T and Cheech Marin. And it's...
For the record, the only reason this is on the list is because it has a batshit wild fucking poster.
It's a batshit poster. And it's one of those things where it's got a batshit poster, but it looks like Secret of Witch Mountain or something. It looks like, or Parent Trap. It looks like a 70s movie. It looks like a very cheesy family 70s movie, but with a bit of a batshit wild poster. And I thought, I even said to you, I'm like, well, this is definitely out of time, right? It's a little too late for this. This is sometime in the 80s.
Oh, no. No, it's 94.
94. Which, when you said that, my soul left my body.
I felt like you tripped out of your chair or something and just fell on the floor metaphorically.
I was a little bit ready to check out of this thing instantly, because you said too, you're like, well, time for B-roll of the movie, it's Benji the Hunter again.
It's because the movie opens with B-roll of random animals for no reason.
Well, and it's about a magic bear, and I mean, it's not magic.
It's the magic of the bear,
is
okay? It's not a magic bear until the bear also gives magic to someone else somehow.
Well, it's a golden bear, which doesn't exist.
No.
And they also are saying they don't exist in the movie until they do exist.
They do. It's the last of its kind.
It's the last of its kind, you see.
Last of its kind.
So it's this magic, mythical bear, but it's basically just a circus performer bear, is the idea. It's a small child's friend bear. So you're like, okay, well, I mean, this is very much like a 70s family movie. Small child has bear. Somebody wants to steal bear from small child and family. It even has the farm wants, oh no,
they're going to lose the farm. It's got new mom. It's got
new mom. It's got
everything.
All of the classics. It hits every single classic trope. You know the trope that it doesn't hit?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking insane. Every single scene of
Every scene of this feels like a fucking Adult Swim joke, is what you were saying,
Yes.
right? Like,
it feels like this is the Harvey Birdman version of this movie. The whole time. Like, every line delivery, every, like, pan shot is done sarcastically.
do you remember, there was that Adult Swim show about a guy that had, like, snake hands or something, and it was 3D animated.
I don't
remember what it's called. It was a stoner
that
show.
Sounds like an Adult Swim joke.
Yeah, it was a stoner show. This guy going around, like, the random shit would come out and pop out of everywhere, and like, I have to do the thing because it's amazing, and now I'm doing this thing, and like this type of like dialogue. It feels like that.
It feels like that constantly.
Listen, we don't cotton to freaks round these parts. Scram, weirdo. Oh yeah? I don't polycotton to coping tropes, even my own. So why don't you split? Looks like I already did. You're the sad figment of my twisted psyche's tragic dividend. You're the un-me. I'm the real me. You wanna be me?
There's a lot of lines that they hit pretty good, but they hit extra good with the way that they have like the camera work. Even zoom, like I'm thinking specifically of the zoom in on her.
There was a really funny zoom in scene later on because it feels like a parody of this type of film, but I think it's earnest the way it's shot.
Oh yeah, no, they don't know. They do
have
not know.
no
They have
fucking
no
clue.
fucking clue. They have no idea. There's no way that they know.
So, the plot, there's a magician, spoiler alert.
Well, that comes in like 30 minutes into the movie. But you're jumping so far ahead. Like, I was looking up a cast thing, and then I saw the plot, and I went, wait, magician casts a magic spell on Gold. Where the fuck is this happening?
Where's
It was
the
like 25
magician?
minutes in, and then I was like, well, I shouldn't have read that, because apparently it's some bad shit shut.
The reason I mentioned it, because the scene you're talking about, it has,
fair.
The magician wants to take the bear, and he's tricking her uncle into selling the bear, and she sees this, and then it like zooms in horror shot on her.
It does the Evil Dead zoom,
like the Evil Dead zoom out, and she's like, "Oh my god, he's doing it! He's selling you to the magician!" I think it's even worse than I said it. Like,
oh, much worse. Yeah,
it's so funny. It's really funny.
Flat affect and stuff too. It's so God.
Ah, Ned. Just the man I've been looking for. I have this gold for him. Do you want it?
No, he's doing it. I don't believe he's doing it, Goldy. Uncle Ned is selling you to the magician.
Here you are.
It wouldn't be half as funny if it wasn't for the fact they do the Evil Dead zoom.
The Evil Dead zoom, and also that Cheech and Mr. T were there, just being Cheech and Mr. T.
Mr. T is so fucking good in this. Every scene with Mr. T's deliveries throughout this entire beginning, like,
it's so
every
good.
single time he came on screen, we immediately, like, after the first 2 times that he came on screen, we would see Mr. T, and both of us would start
cracking up immediately.
Like, and we're like, okay, wait, we gotta get this clean. Like, we haven't even seen the scene yet, but we've got to just hold it in. Just hold it. I had to literally a couple times to get the clean audio. You were like, okay, I'm gonna go back and get that clean, and I had to like put both hands over my mouth.
It's literally impossible. It's impossible.
Like, turn away.
I tried to get a clean cut of it, and I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't. They're all looking for the ghost man, but I'm gonna find the ghost man before they man the ghost man.
What's wrong with you? It wasn't cruel for me to frighten that little girl.
Yeah, what the fuck,
in
man?
the woods this time of night. It's dangerous.
What? This time of night?
I know she's only a child, and I may have frightened her and possibly stunted her growth.
What?
She's never been so afraid. That's not good. Well, I'm glad you agree on that point. Now, what are we gonna have for dinner?
What the fuck?
I pity the little girl that goes in my woods at night. What the fuck?
I never did that. What the fuck?
I'll be quiet. I can be quiet. I can be quiet. I can be quiet.
So fucking, what the fuck? We watched this on YouTube. Apparently there were like 4 uploads in the last couple months on YouTube, just randomly, of this film. But it does have a VHS rip on Archive, which is usually where I go for lost media if I can't like get a physical copy. The upload of this is very good. All right, The Magic of the Golden Bear, Goldy 3, 1994 VHS rip. The line underneath says, "Me and my wife watched this VHS while on mushrooms in her grandmother's cabin." Which, yeah. No, I get it. I don't think you need mushrooms to enhance the experience.
You do not need mushrooms to enjoy those.
But it definitely
we
would
were
have.
both stone cold sober. But I could see it enhancing a certain portion of this film. I mean, this again.
Yeah.
There's no way. We were talking about this beforehand. We're like, how do we talk about this film? Because it's all just the regular tropes. It sounds boring and stupid, and like a movie that we would normally complain about as like, because it's so tropey that you're like, okay, well, it's just boring. It just comes across as really, really boring. Like, it takes forever to get to a lot of plot points. The end does stretch out a little bit too much.
It does,
like,
yeah.
A fair bit of the end, it stops being kind of funny. It does lose a little bit of steam. But it's also one of those things where it is so much on the actual line delivery and, like, the framing of shots and stuff that really just fully sell the utter insanity of everything going on and how flat they play it and how, like, they just...
Yeah.
It has that incredible, impossible to describe vibe of, like, this should be sarcastic. This should be a joke. But they have no fucking clue that it is. Like, they're just clueless. That it's impossible to describe it in a way that is as funny as it actually is.
It's like, if you've ever seen, like, a porn parody where they're trying to, like, fake a scene from a real movie. and the actors are like, oh, yeah, I can't believe we're doing that. And then they're gonna get me.
You're probably all about it's just because the feet that they show constantly that you're about the porn parodies.
There are a lot of feet shots, that's true, but that's not...
Is that the only reason you're mentioning porn parody?
The director is
right?
the director mainly of 20-some plus porn movies.
This wonderful Disney Channel family film movie. And also all of these porn parodies.
And he's also the dad in the movie. He's also the dad. So this is John Quinn, apparently. He is known for Sin City Diaries, a porn movie. The Magic of the Golden Bear, Golden 3. And of course, Lingerie. And a huge list of other stuff. I for the record, nothing against porn directors or porn movies. No. I get it. It's just, it really comes through. It really comes through in this one.
It comes through in this. It really
That's
comes
the
through
problem.
in this.
Like, the director of Sexy Urban Legends, Passion's Peak, Beauty Betrayed, Sex Court, the movie. Staying on Top, Playboy, The Girls
of... the Sex Court, the short. Or Sex Court,
Well, Sex Court, the short was the outtake. Playboy, Girls of the Hard Rock Hotel, like the Hard Rock Cafe Hotel. What? What? People want to watch that? The Key to Sex. Hot Club California. So, like, it's all these, and then you go down the list. You keep scrolling down, by the way. It's just porn. The Magic of the Golden Bear 3. Goldy 3. And then before that is, of course, Cheerleader Camp, which is a schlocky sexploitation cheerleader slasher flick, which was his first directed film. So, I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's all trash. And this comes off as them being, like, porn actors trying to read a normal script. And also Cheech and Mr. T are there.
Yes!
And, what was that? What's that guy that we've seen? He was in, all the Santa Paws movies. He's in Jingle All the Way and a bunch of films.
He's a little person actor.
He's Hugo in this film, though.
Yes, he's the magician's assistant, because of course he is.
Yeah.
Of fucking course he is.
There's
like, it's
a lot of
it's
racist
every
tropes,
trope.
but yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
there's
the
a
big
lot
problem.
Yeah. That's the big problem with this, of course, is that, there's a big issue with, like, Mr. T is dressed up as an indigenous person, and they have the music to accompany it and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no actual indigenous people in it.
There are none. He tries to tie it in later, but it doesn't really work.
It sounds, honestly, it sounds like one of those things where that's what they told Mr. T to convince him to do it.
Maybe, because then he could, like, have a
Or,
lesson
like,
at the end and be like,
influence it
look, this
that
is
way."
why I'm like this. This is what this is. You need to get more in line with nature and with your history. Like, it's going to be educational and empowering.
Yeah, it lines up with a lot of what Mr. T stands for, who actually kind of seems in a lot of ways like a pretty interesting person. Like, he's a big activist for, like, black rights and stuff, which, is great. But and he tries to tie that into this character and why he dresses like an indigenous person. But it's because it's like, oh, well, my family was rescued as slaves by indigenous people, and so I was raised by them. But it doesn't.
And that's why I'm called Freedom, and why when anybody mentions the word freedom in this movie, an eagle screech happens, and it zooms in on me talking to
Mr.
a crow.
T just like. To be fair, it's an eagle screech, and then it has his raven.
Then it has
who
his
he
raven,
talks to,
yeah.
his psychically connected raven.
So you're the ghost man. I knew I'd find you.
Well, that's what people call me. I let them think I'm a ghost. That way it frightens off the poachers and the bad people. Well, at least most of the times.
So what can I call you?
Freedom.
That's a strange name.
Yeah, I know. Well, you see, my parents was runaway slaves, and they came to live in the mountains with these Indians. And the Indians let me choose my own name, and I chose Freedom. Freedom for all animals and people.
The actor that we were looking for was Danny Woodburn, by the way.
He's great. I don't have a problem
he's
with
really
it.
good in a lot.
He's been good in even the Santa Paws Christmas pandemic film that we watched.
Like, that's one of the funniest things about this is, honestly, I think most of, like, the dad and the uncle are just terrible actors. Just
It's because the dad's the director, so, I mean...
They feel like 70s actors in a family movie, where they're just super flat, like, and especially, like, Westerns. Like you said, like, you thought that you'd seen the uncle in a few Westerns
I've either
before.
seen him or somebody exactly like him. Yeah.
But, like, they feel like they're in, like, those knockoff B-movie Westerns they just threw out, like, dime a dozen in the 70s constantly, right? Like, it's that kind of thing, like, made-for-TV kind of vibes from all of them. Like, they're in, like, Quinn Medicine Woman or whatever.
Yeah, like those
actors
shows, yeah.
They're very, very much like that is the feeling of those. But then, like, a lot of the main cast, like Bonnie Morgan, who's the main girl, is really like, she's really quite good. She later is Samara, by the way, in the English version of, like, The Ring.
It makes sense because of the contortionism, yeah.
I
would say she's okay, except her lines come off very, very sarcastic at times.
Yes.
But you're also dealing
like,
with a
she's
child
pretty good,
actor, so it's like, it's fine.
Well, we went up to the forest and we saw the ghost man.
Oh, come on, not that again.
We did. Goldy was here, she'd tell you.
And, like, Cheech Marin is really fun, and, like, Danny Woodburn's fun, Mr. T's fun. And that's what's weird about it, is they're all, like, pretty decent at what they're doing, but all of what they're doing is so...
fucking weird.
It's so nuts. It's so fucked. It's all so insane.
Cheech does not play the stoner character, although he does hotbox his wagon at one point, which is very funny. But he's not Cheech. He's the magician that wanders around. He specifically is trying to like, he is this character. He's not Cheech. Mr. T, I would say, is just Mr. T.
Mr. T is just Mr. T, but also it's so perfect for what this movie is. It's so good because
it just keeps cutting to Mr. T acting like somebody else, but he's still Mr. T. So it's like, no, that doesn't work. No,
it does work. It works perfectly. they don't know why it's working, but it's working.
I see you've been spying again. Oh, so you're taking a special interest in the child and the bear. You think she and I have much in common? Oh, I doubt that. She's but a child with the bear, who she turned into a pet. That's true. We both love animals. And we both love freedom. Go.
There's so much in this. Like, so the plot is... it starts out with her... Like, our main character
Jesse's
has a
the
bear,
main character,
Jessie.
yeah.
Yeah. And she's in class, and her bear starts doing weird tricks out the window, like riding bikes and all this stuff, and the teacher is chasing after the bear.
Because the bear stole the
hijinks.
teacher's bicycle, GTA style, and then ran off with it so that the cops wouldn't catch her.
Mm-hmm. And then when they're all distracted, goes back into the schoolhouse and steals all
their lunches. Yeah, like a criminal.
Yeah.
And then she sits in the teacher's chair and be like, "I'm the teacher. What now, fucker?
Look at me. Look at me. What are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
But wacky hijinks happen, and then the girl goes back to her home in the mountains, and her dad's like, "Look, I have new mom." And the girl goes, "I don't like your new mom." But more importantly, the bear goes, "Wait,
no,
but you're supposed to fuck me."
No, there's a whole subplot about the bear wanting to fuck the dad because she's the last bear.
She dresses in the woman's clothes to try and get fucked by the dad.
And then the dad's like, she looked great in your mom's bonnet.
In your mom's new bonnet. She looked real awesome in that.
My, Michael. Is that a new bonnet?
I thought since Goldy ruined your bonnet that this was appropriate. Was kind of cute what you did, wasn't it?
Well, maybe you think so.
You could have seen the way she looked with your clothes wrapped around her when I opened that door.
Franklin, don't you see that she's being mean to me? I mean, every time that I'm around her, she's trying to do something to upset me.
She's just a little jealous is all.
You can't just moon over Franklin forever. It's time you found yourself a mate. And besides, I think it's time I told you. He's going to marry Miss Bell. Please don't be upset. Freedom says there's a great, wonderful male golden bear in the forest. You know what? He's waiting for you.
Did I mention this is a porn director? Because you might not know it, but there's hints. There's clues.
Was it also because of the fact that they do a lot of shots, and I mean a lot of shots of feet?
A lot of feet shots.
And where it's a big plot point that the teacher's mad at the main character girl because she doesn't wear shoes and talks about her feet all the time and is, "Oh, I was playing with them in the mud."
They do.
Here, let's zoom in on my feet in the mud. Only my feet, just the feet. And we're just going to do that for like 20 seconds while I voice over it.
Maybe the feet thing's because she loves freedom. You don't know. It's fucking weird. I'll say that.
It's fucking weird.
It's fucking weird.
It's all real weird.
At the same time, there's also poachers that are going around in the woods. A dad and his two idiot sons, who he loves, even though they're very stupid.
Yeah, Millie, you know what your granny always said? The only truly happy people in this world are the truly stupid.
I don't know, Pa. I'm always happy when I'm cooking.
You're stupid.
Wish you wouldn't kick me so much, Pa.
It ain't your fault you're stupid. You take after your dear departed mama, God rest her soul.
She's a good cook, too.
Yes, she was, but she was stupid.
Pa.
It's okay, Melvin. You're stupid, too.
Thank you very much, Pa.
They get scared off by the ghost man, Mr. T, from poaching a mountain lion. And Mr. T not only stops their bear trap and scares them away, but then crushes and twists it with his bare hands. Not his Goldy, the magic of the golden bear, 3 bare hands. His human bare hands. And so then the poachers are running around being like, there's a ghost man in the woods, a ghost man.
Them ghost man stories! They're true! That's ghost man!
And this gets Jesse interested and be like, wow, Goldy, we should go find the ghost man. I love Ghost
I want
Man.
a ghost man.
And then she's walking down the road. This is why the dialogue's so fucking weird. She's just walking down the road and be like, wow, if there was a ghost man there, I bet we could find him. We're good at finding ghost men. And Goldy and I can find the ghost man, and the ghost man in the woods. He's there if we find him.
So weird. Like, God. And then the other thing with this,
things like that. It's like, what?
Is that the three poachers go into town and are screaming about the ghost man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny too because it's the middle of the night when they run away, and then it shows them like running into town at like noon screaming.
Yep.
So they've been running day and night for like a day to get into town to scream at the top of their lungs. Like
they sure
been
did.
Screaming the whole time for hours on end. And the minute they get into town, a bunch of the local children come over and go, you guys believe in ghosts? Look at these fucking losers. I can't believe these losers like ghosts in the wood. They think that there's ghosts. Ah, idiots. These small bullies initiate like 4 different plot points by doing that.
So many characters'
Like,
only
by
motivation is
bullying
that
people.
a child bullied them, so they have to do it now, I guess.
Yeah, they're like, well, fine. We're not gonna let children bully us. We're gonna go back in the woods and prove there's a ghost man. And so they go back out. And then they disappear from the plot for like 50 minutes.
They sure do.
What's the matter? See a ghost?
Why, you little whippersnappers, you seen what I'd seen. You'd be 6 feet under. Full heart stoppage. Now we're getting tired of you folks doubting our word.
What's the matter? Afraid to go in the woods anymore? Afraid a bear might eat you?
Young scallywags, we ain't afraid of nothing.
Also, when Jesse's out looking for the ghost man, we sound like fucking idiots talking about this movie. When Jesse's out looking for the ghost man, Mr. T pops out and scares her, and she runs off. Her and Goldy run off, and then Mr. T's raven lands on his arm, and he's like, you know, maybe I shouldn't have scared that little girl thinking I was a ghost man. That was very bad. You know,
Maybe you're right, Raven.
Her and I are a lot alike. We both love freedom, Raven.
I know all about ghosts and other world mysteries. Goldy, run!
Raven, what's wrong with you? It wasn't cruel for me to frighten that little girl. She shouldn't be out in the woods this time of night. It's dangerous. Yes, I know she's only a child, and I may have frightened her and possibly stunted her growth.
I can tell. That bear loves freedom. I'm freedom, and that bear loves it. He loves me. You know what? I think I love that bear. That bear is freedom. Did you know that, Raven? You did know that. That's very smart of you, Raven. Like, he has this whole fucking conversation.
And then it just fucking...
with
after every scene when he talks to this raven, he just looks up at the sky with his, like, arms on his... Like, his he puts his arms up at his side, hands on his hip. He's like, hell yeah, that was a good line read.
Yeah, I did it. That's me, Mr. T. And I like freedom.
So Cheech is a magician who believes in magic. Real magic, not fake magic. And he does a stage show where he does fake magic and presents it as real. But it is real? Question mark?
It is real. So much so that later on, his assistant, Hugo, Danny Woodburn, he uses, like, stage magic, and his assistant goes, "You've lost your touch. You're using trickery, sleight of hand, not your real magic. I can't believe I ever believed in you."
I can't believe you've lost. You don't believe in real magic anymore.
Hugo! Hugo! Where are you going?
With deepest regrets, I must say I am leaving. I cannot serve you any longer.
But what are you talking about?
Dear sir, you have lost your love for magic.
love
it's like
the...
a whole dramatic thing about.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so after his magic show goes poorly because the audience he's presenting to doesn't believe in magic.
It's the literal Uri Geller, like, psychic fraud bullshit, where every time when they get exposed, they're like, well, the crowd wasn't receptive enough, so my psychic powers don't work.
No, Cheech wouldn't have sued the Pokemon Company and then have them not print a card called Kadabra for 25 years until he stopped being a giant fucking baby and let them do it. No, Cheech wouldn't have done that.
Cheech wouldn't have done
Cheech
that.
is way more chill.
Cheech is way more chill. For some reason.
I don't know
why.
Could be anything.
He's really chill.
Yeah, there was a lot of smoke coming out of his wagon that one time, but I'm sure it's nothing. Oh shit, he's hotboxing. Oh fuck. Cheech hotboxed the wagon.
Oh my god.
Man. So anyway, he pulls out his crystal ball, which has no special effects.
No special effect on it whatsoever.
And the special crystal ball tells him that there's a golden bear named Goldy 3, the magic of the golden bear. and also Jesse, and they love each other, and also they love freedom. And that bear can help him get his magic back that he has. That's real. That's also fake. And so they must teleport there using the power of smoke bombs.
A lot of smoke bomb in this.
So then they go. They leave to go find Goldy in the town of literal magic lovers. On the sign written in almost Comic Sans. Welcome to the town that loves magic. Please do magic in our town. We love magic so much.
Also, to do another thing to quickly set the scene, when does this movie take place?
That is a good question. I think it's...
That was asked on the YouTube upload, too.
No, it's supposed to be the 1800s, but I think it's modern day.
It's wild how strangely, like, anachronistic and out of, like...
Yeah, there's, like, 1800s, like, schoolhouse, and they're all talking like they're from the 1800s and wearing clothing, but then one of them just lives in a ranch that's clearly, like, a 80s or 90s little tiny cottage house, and, like, and they have colored balloons they just bought from the party city or whatever, and it's like...
Yeah, there's so many little
So which
things
is it? Like,
well, and also he's in the big city, like,
yeah,
this magician guy, and then the very next scene, he's in, like, Frontier Town on his wagon.
Maybe it's supposed to be like a fairy tale.
Instantly.
Like a fairy tale. He goes to the Wild West magic city, magic town.
Well, speaking of fairy tales, he gets there and starts performing his magic to steal this golden bear. And then they go, oh, are you in town for the shootout with the golden pot of gold?
Are you here for the town shootout where the winner gets a pot of gold? The what?
50 minutes in. What?
Maybe he's in town for the big shootout. I'll tell you, Melvin, if he is, the folks in Calhoun Corners can just kiss that pot of gold goodbye, because if old Rocky Mountain Jack's half as good a shot as he used to be, he's going to be heading right up the mountains with that pot of gold. And that's for sure. That's for sure. That's for darn sure.
And then it cuts, and the dad and the uncle look at each other and they go, better win that shootout or I'm gonna have to sell the farm.
What?
What?
We're losing the farm?
Why are we losing the farm?
When did this happen?
Oh, by the way, did you know that the girl is gonna perform like it's a circus at the fair, like she always does, that it's well established?
She could do things at the fair? What? Oh, is it the fair or the shootout? Well, it's the Harvest Festival. The what?
The what? And then it's like, oh, it's not a... Everyone describes it as a shootout, and then they go, oh, yeah, you shoot out these targets that we have across the...
I thought they were going to get into a gunfight in the middle of town.
It really sounds like it. What are they
talking about?
It sound like that.
What are you
And they have, like,
talking
this
about?
mountain man who doesn't talk, that they're like, oh my god, that scary dude's back. He doesn't even talk, and he's a killer. So he's going to do a really good job at that target shooting.
That target shooting later.
What?
He loves target shooting.
The target shoot, yeah, the shootout.
You know, Rocky Mountain Jack, that's him. Everybody, I'm pointing, that's Rocky Mountain Jack. Everybody knows Rocky. You didn't know about Rocky Mountain Jack? Are you fucking stupid? The movie is constantly acting like we're stupid for not knowing what it's talking about.
They do this whole intro like it's the fucking Quick and the Dead, and this guy is like some scary badass gunslinger. And then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, the shootout? Yeah, no, that's just target practice.
Yeah. It's kind of lame, actually.
He's not scary, he's just really good at shooting targets.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, he's been living up in the mountains on his own for 20 years, and he finally came down to join our carnival game?
And it's a literal pot of gold. I cannot stress this enough. Gosh and Bagora, it's a fucking pot of gold.
They kept saying
black hand, like
I couldn't tell if they were joking. They kept saying it's the win the shootout for a pot of gold. I'm like, it can't be a pot of gold.
And we're like, oh, that's a funny like joke thing that they're gonna be doing. No. Like later on, they have a prop that's a fucking black cauldron full of goddamn gold.
like a fucking leprechaun left it.
Yes. There's a goddamn rainbow coming out of that thing.
And the town's like,
just like on the cover.
Yeah, our rich landlord has decided to donate a literal pot of gold for this competition. You're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and then that dude never shows up again and is not a character in this
he's
film.
nothing.
It's just this dude that's like, oh, there's this local rich guy. He gave a pot of gold for this shooting competition. Anyway, bye, get out of the movie. That's why we have a pot of gold.
The reason Cheech wants the bear, by the way, is because apparently this golden bear is the holy grail to magicians, was the exact line that he said to Hugo.
My powers are returning, Hugo. It is a sign. A message from the unknown that, yes, I must find this golden bear. This golden bear is the holy grail to magicians. A key to the unknown that will dazzle the crowds that have stayed away from me for far too long.
And also, we didn't even mention this yet. Fucking Cheech can do hypnotism using a fucking dragon crystal he bought from Hot Topic.
He has real magic. And that magic is from Hot Topic.
It's like one of those fucking dragon chain things they used to sell at Hot Topic with chain wallets.
Pewter models.
Or those, like, at the fucking crystal mall shops that just sell tat. And that's what he uses to hypnotize.
He's like, oh, you see, he's getting robbed by a dude on the highway. And he goes, no, you don't want to see. Here, I have a special thing for you. I got it at the finest mall kiosk in America.
I mean, if it takes place in modern day, maybe he got it from, like, a fucking capsule machine, right? I don't know.
Gachapon.
A fucking gachapon hypnotism crystal. Maybe. I mean, it came with a little sheet telling you how to do it, right? Like, you roll out the little piece of paper. And then you turn it into a blunt because it's Cheech. But, okay, so... Anyways, Cheech comes to town for the carnival because he wants to trick Uncle... What's-his-face into selling the bear. Uncle Ned, maybe?
I think
that
Ned's
sounds
the
right.
uncle.
That sounds right. So... He goes on stage to do magic to the town that loves magic. Literally on the side, they love magic. And his magic that he does...
Why is that the thing on the town?
The thing he does is he hypnotizes the teacher into being a lustful, like, promiscuous woman.
Did you know that the director did porn?
To the point where she comes on stage in front of everybody in town and then exits the film.
Yeah, that's the last scene with her.
She's wandering the woods. Just gone.
Well, Goldie's got to find someone at the end of this to be a maid.
I guess.
What is your name, please?
Miss Barley.
Miss Barley, yes. I am sensing another Miss Barley. A woman who loves nature.
Yes.
Who loves to be wild.
Yes.
And free.
Yes.
And in love.
Yes.
You love flowers.
Yes.
And poetry.
Yes.
And howling at the moon. You are a temptress, Miss Barley.
Yes.
No, be free, Miss Barley.
The next day too, so he also rips off Rocky Mountain Jack.
Yes. Yeah.
to make Rocky Mountain Jack have to give him whatever he wins in the competition tomorrow. Because everyone knows that Rocky Mountain Jack's going to win the shooting.
I will bet everything I own. My horse, my wagon, in exchange for your potential winnings tomorrow at the shooting contest. Very well.
Which, if Rocky Mountain... It's an incredible idea, because of course Rocky Mountain Jack, you do that after he wins. Because if you do it before he wins and say, well, whatever you win tomorrow, I'll take.
He's just not going to do the competition, right? Yeah, he's just not going to care.
like,
why do I give a fuck?
I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't get to keep it anyway, so why would I fucking care? Like, at least, like, or, like, I take half of it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, something?
You can't take half a pot of gold. Like...
Well, you can't take half a pot of gold because it was very obviously like
it's a prop glued in.
Fake,
yeah,
they
can't unglue the pot of gold. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, but it's like the cheapest, most obvious prop. It's amazing. But
yeah,
he does that, and then also the next day, so his assistant is mad because he's using non-magic to cheat. He doesn't mind that he's using hypnotism to get people on his side and literally mind-jacking him. But when he uses sleight of hand to trick Rocky Mountain Jack, that is
good.
Crossing a fucking line, man. He's not using his real magic.
You have to use real magic to scam people. What are you doing?
You gotta use real magic if you're gonna steal people. But
yeah.
Then also, the next day, he gets the children that are plot important come up again. The next day, the bully kids go, hey, are you gonna do more magic? And goes, no, fuck that. I hate magic now. And Hugo's like, he hates magic.
You hate magic?
And like, tear comes out, and he's like, I only was gonna do one show, and he's like, you've never... He has a line where he goes, but master, you've never turned down magic before. And then he grabs his suitcase and wanders into the woods, sadly, to be with the school teacher.
I guess.
He picks up his suitcase and just walks off into the woods.
He's like, I can't be with you anymore if you don't want to do real magic. You've lost your touch. You're a failed magician.
He just fucking...
And all the kids are like, gee whiz, I thought magicians always wanted to do magic. That guy's a real fucker.
Yep.
Excuse me, mister. When's the magic gonna start?
Yes, well, there will be no more magic today. My performances yesterday were all that I had planned for my stay here in rustic Calhoun Corners. Now, run along. Poof! You're gone!
No more magic. Gee whiz.
Master Borgia, nobody loves magic like the folks of Calhoun Corners.
Sir, if I may, you've never said no to magic before. It is unheard of.
Yes, but I must concentrate all my powers on the Golden Bear.
But, sir, it's magic.
Enough! My performances in Calhoun Corners were for one day only.
Gee, I thought magicians always wanted to do magic.
So did I.
They're still bullying him. They're
so
still
good.
bullying people. Anyway, yeah, so that night...
Also that night, yes.
Before that, Cheech shows up at the home of Jesse and Ned, and also the director, who's a weird porn director. And who wants to fuck the bear, I guess, is the plot?
The bear, whoa. He wants to have the new mom. The bear wants to fuck him.
The bear's jealous of the new mom because the bear wants to
the bear wants to do the fucking. He's not really into it. Don't besmirch him. He only likes the feet, not the bear.
This fucking movie, man. Anyway, so Cheech shows up that night as horror lightning, like, fucking effects are happening as the door opens, and it's pitch black, and he pushes his face through into the light, and he says the most amazing fucking thing. Do you believe in magic?
Do you believe in magic?
Do you believe in magic? But it's like done in like the whole. It's like those joke. Like
it's like a young Frankenstein joke or something, right? Like a Mel.
Well, like I said, like it's like a fake horror recut that they do.
Yeah, it is.
YouTube,
it is.
right?
Yeah.
Where it's like they take like a fun children's movie and it's like, hey kids, do you believe in magic? And it's like, like violins. And but it does it unironically. It's just in this movie.
So he tries to hypnotize after talking calmly to the family and them disagreeing with being able to sell the bear. He tries to hypnotize Ned, and Ned is strong-willed enough to not get hypnotized, but only that night, I guess, because
Well, I think all the rest of them are also like, whoa, you can't sell the bear, Ned. That's not allowed. That bear loves freedom. Mr. T just whips his head around, which, by the way, it does actually do. It does literally do that.
But that is literally what happens.
That is actually
because it cuts to Mr. T just in the woods, and he's like, wow, the little girl and I are alike, aren't we?
We knew that we were alike.
I knew it.
Raven, I told you.
She loves freedom.
She loves freedom just like me.
Because she's arguing, like, you can't sell Goldy. She's a person just like me. You can't just sell a human being, which ties back into, I guess, why Mr. T signed up for this, if they're talking about slavery and all that stuff. Like, but anyway, so he fails to hypnotize Ned. Ned is not able to be hypnotized because he's too strong-willed, and he will never be hypnotized by Cheech Marin.
Absolutely not.
Anyway, the next day he gets hypnotized.
Right before the shootout. For the target shootout.
I guess. Before that, actually, we do get a really good scene of actual contortionism.
Yes.
And practicing her act that she's going to do on stage with Goldy later. And it's good.
And she's going to do in real life much later than that.
But in that scene, the whole scene, she's like, wow, I can't wait till we can join the circus and become real circus actors and contortionists in real life. And then she looks at the camera.
Maybe this movie does have magic. Because it's 7 years later that she's next in a movie.
I wish you could rig this trapeze carnival, Goldy. Oh well. I guess we'll have to wait to join the circus. To be able to perform in public.
Oh my god. Anyway, so Uncle Ned gets hypnotized so that his arms are too heavy to hold the rifle, so he can never win the competition. That way he loses the competition, doesn't win a literal pot of gold, and then has to sell Goldy to keep the farm. What?
It's so convoluted. Like, the magician is ripping off Rocky Mountain Jack.
Yep.
So that he can get the pot of gold, so that he can hypnotize Ned, so that Ned can sell him the bear for the pot of gold that he gets.
Yes. Which also...
At the shooting competition that's in this small town that loves magic, which is why he's able to go there, because their rich landlord donated a pot of gold?
That pot of gold had to have been money that was stolen from the citizens of the town, right? It's the whole
nuts.
thing is
nuts.
A literal pot of gold.
It's a literal pot of gold. It's the literal pot of gold.
So,
I'm getting higher and higher.
So the carnival's setting up, and we cut back to Jessie, like, practicing and doing her routine on stage and playing. She's like, blah, blah, blah. Enough with the boring shit. Just get to the shooting.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the shooting.
Which is us, the audience, is in line with the characters, being like, yeah, I want to see the shootout. You've been hyping up this shootout the whole film. There's so much, like, talking to the audience in the fourth wall breaking shit that I'm like, do they know?
They don't. They really don't.
Anyway, so, obviously, Ned loses the competition, even though he's able to overcome the hypnotism of his arms being too heavy by the director literally holding his hands so he can fire the gun.
And he still almost wins. And then at the last second, the magician guy shines his crystal into his eyes so that he can't see well because the light hits his eye.
I guess.
Oh, and then also he then blows glitter at him.
It's mostly the glitter, really. Like,
it's so funny that they set up this whole thing where they show, like, the light hitting his eyes and he's like, and then he goes and blows glitter in his face instead. And you're like, Well, why did you do...
Whatever. Maybe
okay,
the glitter's
fine.
the magic. You don't know. I saw so many times in this movie where a puff of smoke happened and then suddenly he was gone. And that was real magic.
That was real
He
magic.
was really gone from that scene. You don't understand. There's also times where he's just standing around and then suddenly has a bunny in his hands for no reason.
Well, I was going to talk about that in a second, because that's when the kids bully him again. The kids bully him for not liking magic enough, and he goes, "Is it true? Have I really lost the magic?" And as he says that, he pulls a bunny up
rabbit out of a
the
hat.
screen.
He's just petting a rabbit.
Like, as he's in the middle of talking about have I lost the magic, he's doing a magic trick to no one at all.
No, it was to me, the audience.
It was to me personally. He was looking at me.
Why'd you scare Jesse and Goldy like that? Did you use your magic to scare them?
Use my magic to scare children? No, never.
Maybe magic's bad.
No, magic is not bad. Magic is wonderful.
Then why were they so afraid of you? Come on, you guys, let's go find them.
So anyway, Jesse does the whole, he's doing it. He's selling you to the magician and runs away with Goldy in a cart. And they run into the woods, where they also run past Hugo in the woods. So everybody just runs past Hugo, but what happened to the school teacher? She just being promiscuous in the woods.
Gone.
And gone. She's dead. And she's like, wow, I hope we meet the ghost man while we're out here in the woods. And I'm putting my feet in the water.
Find the ghost man.
With my feet in the woods. Right? Right, Goldy?
Oh, God. Yeah. She takes her... She has this big prolonged speech about how she wishes she could wear other shoes and takes her shoes off and puts them in the water again. And it's like, they make such a big thing about the feet.
So then the town's like, she's ran off. We need to go into the woods and find her. And Cheech feels bad. So he's like, yeah, I have lost the magic. I should go find her too.
Because the kids bullied him.
Because they bullied him. That's the only reason. He got bullied into doing
it. The bully kids propel so many plot lines in this.
And also the poachers who were bullied by those same kids.
I do have real magic.
Yeah, the poachers who were bullied by those same kids were walking around in the woods hunting bears now.
Did you forget about them?
I think they forgot about the ghost man and now they're just hunting bears again.
Yes.
They literally forgot why they were there. Anyway, they find Goldy in the woods and they're like sneaking up on her and they're about to shoot her, but they lost track of her. They don't actually know where she is. And suddenly Mr. T appears and yells at them in the woods, which scares them into shooting Goldy. Because they
just fire wildly, which happens to hit Goldy again.
Yep. Okay, and then so Jesse finds Goldy. He's like, "No, Goldy, have you been hurt?" But Mr. T's there. He's like, "No, it's fine."
I feel like it's a little on the nose that Freedom scared gun owners into shooting randomly.
Yeah.
So that they killed magic.
It scared a bunch of like pasty white men holding guns, thinking they're like manly and.
Freedom was so scary to them.
It sure was.
Killed magic. Anyway, sorry,
But so Mr. T's like, no, it's fine. They missed. Your bear just fainted because it was very scared of bullets.
Uh-huh. Oh, also, it's not the last golden bear. They're all over the place.
God, yeah, but you don't understand. Goldy wants to fuck my dad. And... And also, she's the last golden bear, and she's really in heat right now.
I just have to stress how much this is not a joke, because she goes, no, she's been pining after Franklin, who's the dad.
Yeah.
She's been pining after Franklin for too long. She needs to find a real mate. She always just wants to mate with Franklin, and she needs a real mate, which is what she says that explicitly. Talks about getting a real mate because she wants to have Franklin as her mate.
But she's never going to find a male bear, especially a male golden bear, because she's the last golden bear. And Mr. T is just like, nah, man, I got one right here. There's a male bear like right over the hill. Did you even fucking look? She's not the last
They're
one.
all over the place.
You stupid as...
God damn it.
You are stupid
Fucking
as hell.
Yeah, the sad part is she's in love with Franklin. And Franklin's a man and she's A bear. And the problem with that is, she's the last of her kind.
No, she's not.
She's not?
No. Over on the mountain on the other side, there's a male bear there, and I'm sure he's looking for a mate. But I'm afraid Goldy will never be able to live in the wild again.
Why?
Goldy lost the fear for humans, and that fear almost got her killed today.
You guys don't know the fucking wilderness at all.
Anyway, you know,
I caught one of you. I got a school teacher just wandering out here for no reason, and then there's this guy named Hugo who's been out here with his fucking suitcase for no reason. He just decided to walk home.
I guess.
He just walk home through the woods. So then Hugo just magically reappears and meets back up with the magician guy.
He comes back because he sees the magician looking for the girl. He's like, oh, he must have found his magic back.
You've got the magic again. I can detect magic. I love magic. Just like Mr. T loves freedom so much. Danny Woodburn loves magic so much that he just appears.
Mr. T and Jesse do have a conversation about, hey, if you want Goldy to go back and fuck that bear, we have to get the magician to cast a hypnotism spell on her so that she forgets about being domesticated, and yeah, because she needs to go back in the wild, and if she's a domesticated animal, she will fucking die.
Yes. But we also have to make sure that we do the spell at the edge of the woods, because if we change her back into a wild animal elsewhere, everyone else will fucking die. That it's a goddamn bear.
Eat your fucking face, child.
It's a fucking bear, man.
My gosh, he is real.
I told you he'd come.
Master Borgia, are you ready to cast your spell?
Yes.
Then let's help Jessie free her friend.
Goodbye, Goldy. You find yourself a mate. You understand? Okay? I love you.
So anyway,
I love this fucking movie.
The next day, they go to the edge of the woods, and you're like, how far out into the woods do they need to go? Because they keep fucking walking.
Yeah, they walk to the edge of the woods to release the bear. And then they go from there, they all meet up, and they walk to the edge of the woods.
And then they walk to the edge of the woods. And then they walk to the edge of the woods.
Three of them split off to walk to the edge of the woods to release the bear.
So then Jesse's talking to Goldy. He's like, look, Goldy, I know you really want to fuck my dad, but you can't. You have to fuck that horny honey hunk over there. And then the male bear like walks up and is like, hey, I'm here to fuck.
I'm here to get down. And it stands on its back paws and just stands in the air. And then it walks.
Follow me if you want to boogie.
Come this way for the fuck cave.
Yeah. Alright, Goldy, I know after we hypnotize you, you won't ever be able to ride bicycles anymore. You won't be able to eat pie. And you won't be able to wear funny hats. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. You have to do it. You have to go, Goldy. And then they start hypnotizing her, and Goldy like starts turning way more angry and like bloodthirsty. and then she just walks off into the woods to fuck, and that's the end of the movie.
And then it just ends. Then there was also a lot of stuff before.
There's a lot of weird
too,
subplot, random bullshit that doesn't matter. Yeah, but
yeah, like I just want to say the one thing that I will say to dampen people a little bit for their expectations, which. Because I kind of recommend, again, if you like B-movie shit, like you were saying, this should be famous, not The Room.
This should be the modern day The Room. This should be
Yes. This is the type of stuff that should be the things that people get excited about for bad B-movies. But a little bit of a damper is they spend like 15 minutes wrapping up every tiny subplot where like, in like the neatest of bows, in like really, oh gosh shucks, isn't that great kind of ways where like, you know, the magician gets his message finally from the king of Siam, who actually does want him for his royal court.
Yeah,
because the farm isn't going to be lost, and like
there was a plot earlier where the magician's like, "Yeah, I'm doing all this magic so that the king of Siam will invite me to a special showing in Bangkok."
Because I've always been a
because I'm a good boy.
But then I lost my magic.
I guess.
I don't. Fucking no.
But yeah, so Hugo gets wrapped up, the magician gets wrapped up, the bear gets sent off, the farm is safe, That dad got together with stepmom, I guess.
He doesn't have to fuck the bear no more.
He doesn't have to fuck the bear anymore. I mean, he was only doing it because the bear, was feeling bad. But
well, yeah, I mean,
you know what didn't get wrapped up? Where the fuck is the teacher?
No,
where is she?
There's like the slowest 15 minutes of all this sappy nonsense, and the teacher's just fucking wandering in the woods.
Gone.
We need a post-credit scene of her just like, hello?
Maybe that's where the witch movie started, right? Like that. This is the prequel. Anyways, that was the magic of the Golden Bear Goldie 3. This is impossible to do justice to. It really is. It's so fucking weird.
It's so weird, and like all the jokes that we're making are things that happen. All of the like Adult Swim style, like again, she's a free bear. She wants to be free, like freedom. And then cut to Mr. T going, "Did you hear that, Raven? It's like me.
I'm
out
freedom."
in the woods is actually a thing that happens. That's just what they do every fucking time.
And Mr. T is also just the Beastmaster, and he has random animals constantly with him, like ferrets and raccoons, and just random shit for no reason.
Bunnies and like him twisting traps with his bare hands and shit.
Yeah,
like
he only does it the once. I was a little upset about that.
Yeah, that's fair. But it's, oh god. There's so much wild
so
energy
much
to this.
weird, just batshit crazy stuff in this movie.
And like, again, we can't really nail the line deliveries. And even if we nail the line deliveries, it doesn't quite sell it. Because you'll have, like, Cheech saying, like, you're right, have I actually lost the magic? And like, and it's a really weird, strange line delivery and stuff, but it's so much elevated by him slowly pulling a rabbit out of a hat in the lower frame of it. Like what the fuck is that? How did they not realize that's a joke?
And while that scene is processing in your head, you're still processing the last two scenes. Like, wait, What did he mean by what? What happened in the last scene? Why did the children bully that guy? What do you mean he pulled a rabbit out of his... What is happening? It's just this constant, like, building of questions in your brain, and none of them are being answered.
Yeah, no, it is just this stream of consciousness of all just, like, the most insane B-movie plots just constantly bombarding.
What did they mean a pot of gold? They can't mean a pot of gold.
Like you can't mean a real pot of gold. And like, why was this not mentioned before? It's 50 fucking minutes into the movie. And a shootout? They're just gonna shoot people in the middle of the
They're just gonna have a town shootout? How often do they do the shootout?
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, it's Target. Like what? Like what?
And then it cuts to Mr. T. He's like, God, we love freedom out here.
God, freedom. Freedom out here. Man, we can just have a shootout in the middle of the street in this town that loves magic.
Anyway.
So Goldy. Goldy's like, what kind of breed? Like a Bouvier? I think a Bouvier. Bouvier de Flanders. That's a nice...
The way Goldy acts
dog.
in this movie, I'm leaning Golden Retriever. Loves a funny hat.
Yeah.
Is a big doofy animal. Big paws. Just loves freedom.
My aunt had a Bouvier, and they're huge, and they're also very, very loving to only their owner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that bear really loved that man.
That bear was really into him. It's really weird that bear was really into him. Yeah. It's a little bit of contortioning to get the right rating here, but
yeah, you gotta contort yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a
twist yourself up in knots.
I'm gonna go with a hotboxed wagon out of 10 for my rating.
I just think that bear is free, and I can't rate it. It loves freedom too
just
much.
As free as those people that had mushrooms while watching this in their grandma's cabin. And that's...
God, that is the perfect viewing experience.
That's this episode, I guess. Fucking A.
This is one of the ones that I live for this podcast. Because it's... People go like, oh, you guys want to watch bad movies? I don't want to watch a bad movie. I want to watch a movie that's good. But that nobody else knows about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This thing is not boring at any point. It's never boring. I was cry laughing most of this film.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. I don't like a bad movie. It's a great movie. They don't know that it's a good movie. They don't know why it's a good movie, but it's a great movie. And if you want to support us finding these movies, and Boyk spends a lot of time and money and effort doing this, and I show up too, so maybe I can also get some money. And you can do that by helping out our Patreon. You can go to Rough Cuts there, or you can follow us on Blue Sky, Rough Cuts Cast, where we are. Or no, we're just Rough Cuts on Blue Sky.
Yep.
Right? We're just Rough Cuts.
It's the Rough Cuts app, whatever Blue Sky default thing is.
Yeah, bluesky.social.
Yeah.
Roughcuts.bluesky.social is the Blue Sky. It's I guess it's not even Blue Sky, it's bsky.social. But you can email us at that is roughcutscast@gmail.com.
Yeah. I think I'm going to check out the rest of this director stuff. Girl for Girl sounds like it has a really good plot. And if it's anything as batshit as this, I mean, Sheer Passion sounds great.
Honestly, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Let me see. He's really into an F word. Feet. Yeah.
No,
so is there
I thought you were going to
anything
say.
about...
I don't. I'll have to keep looking at the list. You know, I will watch every film on this list, and I will get back to you. So.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, see ya.
Oh, staying on top. Huh. What? Mr. T,
you're free. Raven was right. Little girl and I are like.
I'm just like a little girl.
Fucking A!
Your performances today were exquisite.